Cardiovascular disease is still the #1 killer in the world today. Every 40 seconds, somewhere in the world, someone loses their life to a heart attack, stroke, or sudden cardiac failure. It sounds scary, but understanding why this happens gives us the power to prevent it. Inside your body, your arteries, those flexible, life-giving tubes that carry oxygen and nutrients to every single cell, begin to lose their flexibility. Over time, they can become narrow, stiff, and inflamed. Think of your arteries like soft, elastic garden hoses. When they're healthy, blood flows easily. The inner lining, called the endothelium, is smooth, active, and intelligent. It senses every change in blood flow and responds by producing a special gas called nitric oxide. This nitric oxide is your body's natural vessel relaxer. It tells your arteries to open up and stay flexible. But when you eat poorly, stay stressed, have high blood sugar, or are exposed to toxins, the endothelium becomes inflamed. Inflamed arteries stop making enough nitric oxide. Without it, your arteries can't relax properly. The muscles surrounding them begin to tighten. Blood pressure starts to rise. Oxygen delivery to your heart and brain begins to fall. When this continues, small tears form in the artery walls. Your body tries to patch these tears with cholesterol, calcium, and inflammatory proteins, the same materials that form plaques. This process is called atherosclerosis, the beginning of heart disease. But here's the good news: you can support your arteries naturally. You can boost nitric oxide production through the foods you eat. And this is where things get exciting. The natural pathway that keeps arteries open. Your body creates nitric oxide through a fascinating chain reaction. It starts with certain amino acids, mainly L-citrulline and L-arginine. When you eat foods rich in L-citrulline, your body converts it into L-arginine, which then transforms into nitric oxide. That nitric oxide travels to the smooth muscles that line your arteries and tells them to relax. When that happens, blood vessels widen, blood pressure drops, and oxygen flows freely throughout your body, reaching your heart, your brain, your muscles, and even your skin. Every single heartbeat depends on how open and flexible your arteries are. If your arteries are stiff, your heart works harder to pump blood. But if your nitric oxide levels are healthy, your arteries stay soft and elastic, just like when you were young. That's the difference between an aging cardiovascular system and a youthful one. The best foods that boost nitric oxide naturally. Now, let's talk about the foods that make this process come alive. At the top of the list, watermelon. Most people think of watermelon as just a refreshing summer fruit, but it's actually one of nature's richest sources of L-citrulline, the amino acid your body uses to make nitric oxide. Ounce for ounce, watermelon contains more citrulline than any other food on Earth. And here's a secret few people know. The highest concentration isn't in the red part, it's in the white rind, that pale layer between the red flesh and the green skin. Most people throw that away, but that's where the real power is. Next time you make a smoothie, toss in a few small chunks of that white rind along with the red flesh. You won't taste it, but your arteries will notice. Now, watermelon isn't the only hero here. Pumpkin seeds and nuts like almonds and walnuts are also rich in L-arginine, another direct source of nitric oxide. Beets and leafy greens such as spinach and arugula take a different route. They contain natural nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide through a separate pathway, one that works beautifully together with citrulline and arginine. Pomegranates protect the endothelium and help extend the lifespan of nitric oxide once it's produced. And garlic boosts the enzymes your body uses to create nitric oxide more efficiently. When you combine these foods, the results multiply. Watermelon and pumpkin seeds raise citrulline and arginine. Beets and greens provide nitrates that convert into nitric oxide. Pomegranates and garlic protect and sustain that nitric oxide inside your bloodstream. It's a perfect natural synergy, your own internal pharmacy working with real food. How nitric oxide works. Inside your arteries, Now, let's take a closer look at what nitric oxide actually does. Picture your endothelium, that thin inner lining of your blood vessels, as a wise conductor leading a huge orchestra. When your body senses more blood flow, like during exercise or excitement, it releases nitric oxide. This nitric oxide diffuses into the smooth muscle layer of the artery and activates an enzyme called guanylyl cyclase. That enzyme produces a molecule called cyclic GMP, which tells your artery walls to relax. The result? Your blood vessels open up, a process called vasodilation. That means your heart doesn't have to pump as hard, your blood pressure lowers, and oxygen flows easily to every organ in your body. Nitric oxide also prevents platelets from sticking together, which helps reduce the risk of clots. It calms inflammation inside the vessel walls. It keeps the arteries smooth, open, and free-flowing, just as nature designed. Studies show that people who regularly eat foods high in citrulline, arginine, and nitrates have better flow-mediated dilation, meaning their arteries expand more easily. That flexibility, or lack of it, is one of the strongest predictors of heart health. A simple morning routine for better circulation. Here's something you can do right away. In the morning or after your workout, make a nitric oxide smoothie. It's simple, powerful, and takes only a few minutes. Use 2 cups of watermelon chunks, a few small pieces of white rind, a handful of spinach or arugula, a spoonful of pumpkin seeds, half of a small beet. Add water or coconut water, blend until smooth, and enjoy. In minutes, your bloodstream is filled with the natural ingredients your body needs to make nitric oxide. If you want to take it up a notch, add a few pomegranate seeds or a small clove of garlic. They add antioxidants that help protect your arteries and keep nitric oxide active longer. The best part? You're not forcing your body with drugs or artificial chemicals. You're simply giving it the raw materials it already understands, the tools it needs to heal itself. The result? Better circulation, healthier blood pressure, more oxygen to your brain and heart, a noticeable boost in energy and focus. Your body knows how to heal. Remember, your arteries are living tissues. They respond to how you eat, how you move, and even how you breathe. Every healthy meal is a message to your arteries that says, stay open, stay flexible, stay strong. You don't need exotic supplements or expensive treatments. The most powerful healing tools are often the simplest ones, right in your kitchen. Watermelon, pumpkin seeds, beets, leafy greens, pomegranate, and garlic. These foods have been part of human diets for thousands of years. They don't just nourish your body, they help restore the natural rhythm of life inside your arteries. Your body was designed to repair itself, and it does every single day. When you eat right, move regularly, and manage stress, your arteries can become more flexible and youthful again. Every beat of your heart sends life through your arteries. Keep them clear, open, and strong, and they'll return the favor by keeping you alive and thriving. So next time you slice a watermelon, don't stop at the red part. Save some of the white rind, blend it, enjoy it, and know you're giving your heart and brain one of the most natural gifts possible, the power to stay open and vibrant. Wishing you and your loved ones great health, clear arteries, and a strong heart. Make it a wonderful day. And keep choosing foods that help your body heal itself from within.